So, in summary, to square a number, we multiply a number to itself, or we raise that number to the second power, right? Where we can create a square of base and height being equal. A perfect square is a number whose factors are two equal integers, all right? So, if we're talking about integers, then we also mean we're talking about positive and negative numbers, which means that if we go back and look at the square root of 25 per se, we saw that our result is 5. Also, we know that 5 times 5 is 25, but also negative 5 times negative 5 is also 25. Therefore, the square root of 25 can be 5 or negative 5. But one thing to take into account here is that if we're dealing with distance or measurement, our answers are always going to come out as positive. So this would be called, the positive square root is the principal square root. All right, the principal square root is basically just the positive version of your square root. So, in short, we can have, if possible, two possible answers for the square root of a number. In square root of 25, we have 5 or negative 5. Also, in square root of 36, we can have 6 or negative 6, while our principal square root is 6. All right, so our principal square root is 6. All right, now, other question would be is, will there ever be a negative, could a negative number have a square root? If we look at the square root of negative 49, then we have to think about, are there two, go back to the definition, is there, are there two equal integers that we can get a negative 49? And the answer to that would be no. And so the square root of negative 49 would be an undefined result. All right. So this is what we mean by a square and its root. Is to square a number, multiply a number to itself, we raise it to the second power. Perfect square, a number whose factors are two equal integers. And it's also possible for a square root to have at least two possible answers. And if we're dealing with measurement and distance per se, then we use the positive version of that square root, which we call the principal square root. And last but not least, if you try to find the square root of a negative number, then you won't be able to determine an answer because that will be undefined.